This is a demonstration of how to create a document in Ventara. Off to the left, there's a navigation menu which lists all of the centers. We're going to click on Documents, and we're going to go down to where the Create field is and click New Document. Once we bring up New Document, we're able to type in and select what kind of document type we want. Any drop-down box is created for your site specifically by you. So we're going to go ahead and create test document only from the test system. We're going to call this test document, and we're going to date it today. The owner is Mike Garrett. This is the person who logged in, although if, say, a manager wants someone else to take ownership of this document once it is created, this person can type someone else's name in here. So let's move down a little bit more. We're going to select the location as Reno for administration, and then over to the right, there's a document number immediately assigned. It tells you this is version 1. If you were to revise it, it would automatically change to version 2. The review distribution list, then go ahead and select some reviewers from the review from the select members utility. Show who's available and just make a couple of choices. These are the people that you want to review this document before it actually gets sent out for approval. So now that we've selected our people to review it, we need to talk about who's going to be in the distribution list. The distribution list normally is comprised of people that need to acknowledge the document for training, for example. Although you can choose all personnel, you can also be very selective. So we'll show all again, and then I'll just make a couple of choices for the document distribution. Once we've done that, then we can continue on in the document. We've got our reviewer selected. We've got our distribution list selected. Training is really important. So here on the left, it says acknowledgement required by members of the distribution list. Normally this would be selected yes, because training is important. And once that's selected yes, they would receive an email once it's approved that says you need to review this and acknowledge this. Immediately upon their review and acknowledgement, it would go. It would be sent to their training plan, and an auditor could very easily see what they have read and acknowledged. So we've got this selected as yes. Automatic notification after all distribution members have acknowledged the document. You can use that, and what would happen is you would choose someone who needs to be notified that all of the distribution list members have acknowledged it. It might be your human resource department, but you do have the option to make a choice here and send it out and have it sent to someone that you've specified in this document. So then we've got our reviewers, we've got our distribution list. Moving down a little bit more, the firewall link is available. If you want to maintain something only on your server at your offices, you can put an URL in here so that it would only be accessible in your server. Otherwise, the attachments, when you select attachments and you do a browse, you can select any attachments in the intranet also. So that's how the firewall link retains it in your servers. The attachments then become part of our server. Of course, they're secure. Moving down a little bit more, this is the body of the document. This is not a word processor, it is a word editor. So it does allow you graphics. And when it comes to the design center, for example, you may want to put product specs in it as pictures and such. So this is where you would capture this information, or you might want to put some instructions for this document. All right, so down we go. And so we're doing pretty good. Here we've got references. Any document that's got a HOMA number on it is available to select as a reference for this particular document. I'll go ahead and select a couple of these just as an example, and then select OK. And now I've got my references selected. Then again, we're going to move down just a little bit. I've selected a couple references. These are external references. Maybe you want to refer to a web page. You can put this information in also. The approval process info. The approval profiles are set up ahead of time, of course, and I'm going to select Reno. Reno has Mike Garrett, a singular. Otherwise, this group of approvers would be for six, test of 6, so we don't want that. Over here, the document info, basically it tells you when it was created, it tells you it's never been modified, and it tells you it's never been reviewed. The next review date is January 18th of 2022. Our demo has set up for 6 months reviews, just as an idea, but you as a site can choose to review your documents every year, every 2 years. Authorized readers are always set to all personnel. You can change that and make it individual people that can only read the document. Editors, right now, the person that creates it is the editor. You can select additional editors just by select box. All right, so we're doing pretty good. Down here under Add Comment to History, this is a permanent comment in this document. Once it's saved, it's going to follow this document through its life. So we have done pretty good. I think we've completed most of the fields. It's taken a few minutes. And let's go ahead and save this. And then at this point, once it's saved, we'd want to send this out for review. And so we again would select the action menu up here and we request review. So the people that are chosen in your review would receive an email and they would review it. Okay, so and then I'll go ahead and request approval. You're going to see this is request approval. It's going to be sent out to the person that's supposed to approve it, and that person is Mike Garrett. Now Mike's logged in already, so I can go ahead and approve it. Select approve. Mike has to type in his password once again, and then it tells you, oh, Mike didn't type in the right password. Oh, too bad. We'll go ahead and click back and try it again. And I think I can, and we type in his password. It's going to announce the test document was approved by Mike Garrett. And so we've pretty much done what we need to do. At the time it's approved, it does send out to the distribution list. And if you needed to create a new version, you'd simply click on New Version. Also, you're able to start a CAR or an engineering change request from this document. So that's the Ventara Document Center. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.